elements. Even if you push this back, you're still going to get some elements back there, which is not good. So we got that. What's going on, everyone? So, feels good to be back in front of the camera. I have a bunch of content I've been collecting, and I have a bunch of plans for some other stuff in the works. I just got to keep editing stuff and get it out to you guys. So I'm going to do my best. As I say before, work always comes first, and we've been really, really busy. And I appreciate everybody. Appreciate you guys, clients, and everything. Getting into this video, I want to make it really clear. I'm not throwing anybody under the bus. Biggest thing that this video I wanted to capture was to show you guys that there's a big difference between a normal mechanic type shop and when it comes to performance stuff. Personally, I believe in this setup that you're going to see, and we've been seeing so many cars like this from other places. It ultimately either comes down to laziness, it comes down to people that don't respect what they're doing themselves, and they're just trying to get the car out of their shop as quick as possible, or it comes down to experience. So you be the judge on that. I will say, as I even tell people that come in our shop for the first time, do your research, do your homework. Go on Google, look at the reviews, see if you can go in the shop and actually talk to the owner. Now, I've said it before, we're super busy, so if you're just walking on a normal day, not scheduled, you're probably not going to get to talk to me because I actually work. With that being said, though, you can feel a place out, you can understand, are they doing everything in-house? Are they outsourcing stuff? Is there going to be a middleman in between that, where if you call the shop where your car's at, are they not going to be able to give you a straight answer or understand what you're talking about because they don't even do it themselves? They're outsourcing that stuff. So watch where you guys are bringing your cars. You're going to see a couple cars that I'm going to feature that are just going to be exactly like this case, and you be the judge. Thanks for watching. What's going on, everyone? Got this Camaro up today, and this is round 2. So it was on the dyno beforehand, keeping in mind the battery charger, and I do have a list of everything that we ran into the first time more so. So let me catch you up to speed. Let me show you some stuff, and let me turn on the light on the other side because it might help with this dark engine bay. Okay, so first time it was on the dyno. Big issues I was running into were fueling, and the trans didn't want to shift, which when we pulled it off, we saw that the sensor on the trans was it wasn't fully unclipped, but it was unclipped just a little bit. And we believe that was the issue that was causing the trans not to want to shift. And I'm going to get into it a little bit more, so bear with me here. I'm trying to sturdy the camera without a tripod. There's a lot of stuff going on with this setup, including the battery. Every time you had to start this thing, it had to be on a jump pack. Now, there is a new battery in here, but it still doesn't like to... It is charging, but there's something that's drawing it off. Drawing the power. So if I let this thing sit and I come back even 5 minutes later, it doesn't like to start by itself. So we have that going on. I have a list here too. One second. Okay, so I got my flash on too, so that should help. We did some battery cable stuff. We had to mount the ECU, which I'm going to show you guys here in a second as well. The alternator, so we're still having a weird issue with the alternator in a sense. There's a bolt that likes to back out, and it causes the belt to want to squeal. We have like a power steering leak. There was some vacuums before that were not hooked up, so we took care of that. He's aware, so we tried adjusting the belt and whatnot, but he's aware what he needs. I'm forgetting off the top of my head exactly what it is, but he's aware. We let him know. He informed us of who did. Another shop did the Holley install. Had nothing to do with us. He informed us his displeasure with the other shop. I'll keep it at that. I don't want to get too personal into this stuff. There's a lot in this bay that still I would like to see cleaned up. The wiring, some of the stuff is just, it's just not done up to par. And I'm telling you this so you guys can understand where I'm coming from here. And I'm going to walk across, I'm going to show you guys the other side and whatnot. We're dealing with a power steering leak as well. I had to walk across the dyno area, and I didn't want to fall and hurt myself. You know, you got some fluid leaking over here. You know, the fuel lines have been redone too. There's stuff that could just be done better. Let's just say that. So we're underneath the dash now, and we originally, we mounted the computer. When it came here, the computer was just, it wasn't mounted. The wiring was just all balled up. You can still see how some of the relays, or I'm sorry, how some of the wiring is ran. This is by the other shop. There's nothing that's protecting that wire. It's rubbing on metal. Everything goes through the fender. Give me 1 second. Everything's going through the fender, which is going to be exposed to some elements. Even if you push this back, you're still going to get some elements back there, which is not good. So we got that going on. And this is just what you can see. You know, we can see this. Other stuff that they, I don't know if they did anything inside the fuel tank. Give me 1 second. Let me get back here. So what I was trying to capture on that last little clip, when the car starts to get funny, you can actually hear the intake noise changes, and then the engine just starts running super rough, and then the air fuels go lean. There's no rhyme or reason. It could be in the middle of a pool where it wants to start stumbling on itself. It could be just at idle. It's frustrating, to say the least. And I'm going to wrap up what I'm doing out there right now, and I'll come back with a little bit of an outro more so. Okay, so I want to do a quick recap. Hopefully it's quick. In this video, you might have heard me stumbling a little bit, or a little bit uncertain on some stuff. Let me explain something really quickly. When a car comes in for a dyno tune, or something maybe minor and then a dyno tune, well, we're expecting just that. To fix whatever you would, hey, if you call this up and say I need a dyno tune, but I need this fixed first, we fix it, we do this, and that, and then we put it on the dyno. Now, you heard in the video, this is the second time it's on the dyno. There is a period of time that lapses because we're so busy with our scheduled dyno tune. So everything has to work according to plan. So when something doesn't work according to plan, well, it gets tossed out of rotation. And I'll also add this. There's circumstances where some customers, most customers are patient, other customers are not. I get it, I understand it. what you also have to consider is at times we're almost out of parking here. This is how busy we are. We personally, the staff, barely have room to park, because if your car is scheduled for anything minor and then the dyno tune, I take all that into consideration of how long it will be here, this, and that. So now what you're seeing is the second time it's been on the dyno. Weeks have gone by in a sense, and now it's back on for the second time. Now I will add, as I'm taping this clip has been taped a lot after the original clips that you're seeing right now, and it's going to go on the dyno for a third time. Now, in between this video clip and the previous clips and going back on the dyno, in that time frame, we have uncovered a lot more stuff wrong with this setup. So if you heard me in the video, at one point I said I don't know what could be going on, like in the fuel system. Oh, there was a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff. I have, I can't say for certain, but I do have a good feeling once it goes back on the dyno again for the third time now, that the issue we were hearing in the video, and if you actually, a little note here as well, going back to the dyno pull videos, there's the front clip of the car, and then there's the second clip of the back of the car. Then there's a third clip too of the back of the car. And what you're seeing actually on that clip is, at times I'll do a video where the door is open, and then I'll do one where it's closed, just because I don't know how the glare is going to be. I don't know how it's going to look on camera. Well, in that last video of the dyno pull, you can actually hear the car not wanting to do anything. I get on it, air fuels are going lean, and it just changes. So there's, everything is documented here. There's so much more to the puzzle than just me. I'm here to document the stuff. I'm on the dyno constantly, and then the techs are repairing stuff as well. So just wanted to make that clear. If there's points in the video where it's like, what is, he's like hesitating or doesn't know what he's talking about, it's not that. And when I was doing the video on those clips during the time, my main thing is hoping that it would go successful, but still documenting what we can see. And we document this stuff too for the customers, so they know. As I said before, it was at a previous shop. As far as I know, what I've been told, this shop was actually, the owner was a buddy of his. So he never expected this quality of work from this shop, and he called this guy a buddy. That's besides the point. So like I said, I wanted to make it a little bit clear, kind of give a little bit of a wrap in the video. Now when it goes on the dyno again, I'm going to try to get all the fueling stuff and all the, I don't know if we have pictures, images, videos, whatever, and I'll show you guys, and I'll do a recap as well. But I don't want to say a lot of cars come like this from other shops. We have seen an uptick. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if more shops are slow in a sense because of the economy, and they're taking on stuff that they shouldn't be taking on. I don't know. I can only see what's in front of me. I can only report what's in front of me. And well, you see where we're at in this stuff. Second time it's on the dyno, unsuccessful. The third time, I have my hopes up that it's going to be pretty decent because of what we found in the fueling system. But you never know what else is still lurking. And that's the stuff too. In the first clip that I filmed, I'm looking at my thing, and we're going on about 5 minutes now, and it is what it is. But going back to the first clip, as I mentioned too, you got to be careful and mindful of where you take stuff. There's a big difference than just a simple brake job and an alternator job. I'm not saying I've seen other shops screw that up too. It is what it is. So just be careful out there, guys. Hopefully you enjoy these videos. As I said, I'm going to do my best to keep them coming. Got some good stuff in the works, and hopefully you enjoy.